Hello and welcome. This is Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. So today we're going to talk about sharing projects. So I've seen many of you create stunning designs in Cricut Design Space and then not know how to share them with your friends. So maybe you make something and your friend owns a Cricut machine and you want them to be able to make the exact same project. It's super easy to do in Design Space. Sharing projects is one of my favorite things to do. I grab links for them all the time and share them with you. So I thought I would show you how to share those links with your friends as well. So if you've ever wanted to share a project you've created in Cricut Design Space, let me show you how to do it. The first requirement is always that your project be completely made out of Design Space images. So whether that's like this one where I've just added some shapes to the canvas, or whether you've clicked images or projects in Design Space and added those to your canvas. Now, if you use any text, it needs to be a Cricut font. So you don't need to use your system fonts in order for this method to work. So now that I have something on my canvas, I am going to click Save. Here you can go ahead and name your project whatever you would like and add it to collections if you would like. And then we'll click Save. Now that the project's saved, we're going to click My Projects. Once your projects load, you'll see that the project I just saved is at the top. And now I can share it. All you do to share it is click the share button in the lower left-hand corner of the card. From here, you can share it to Facebook or Pinterest, or the best thing that I like to do is copy the project link. Once you hit copy, the link is copied to your clipboard, and then you can paste it in an email, a message, or any other way to anyone that you want to share your project with. This is a super easy way to share your creativity with other Cricut users and allow them to make the same projects that you are. So that is perhaps one of the easiest things you can do in Cricut Design Space, but it's super helpful. So when you make something, think about sharing it with others because they might be inspired by your creativity to make something for themselves. So start saving those projects and grabbing those links. The only thing you need to remember is that it needs to be Cricut Design Space images and text only. So you need to use Cricut Design Space shapes, images, projects, and the fonts that are in Design Space, not your system fonts on your computer. As long as you use all those things that are Cricut owned, you will be able to share the project link. Now, why can't you share a project link to something where you use fonts that are on your computer or an SVG you uploaded? Why can't you just grab the link to that and email it to your friend? Well, it has to do with copyright law. So if I upload something to Cricut Design Space, maybe I have purchased a license in order to use that SVG file. However, that license does not extend to my friends and family. So I can't just send them the file. They would need to get the file themselves in order to get the appropriate license for use. So if Cricut was to allow you to share those links with your friends that had non-Cricut images and text as well, because copyright falls onto fonts as well. If they were to allow you to share those links, it would go against the copyright law and the licensing for those images or fonts. So Cricut has no way of knowing where you got that image or that font, what the license is, and if you can share it or not. So you can't just share that with your friend and allow them to use that font. They would need to go out and get the font for themselves or the SVG file for themselves, upload it for themselves to Design Space, and make the project from there. So I hope that helps explain a little bit about sharing projects and why the rules exist as to why you can't share projects that you don't create in Design Space. But if you have any questions about anything we've covered, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If this video helped you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one all the time, every single week. And trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you so much for joining me and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.